This is Myra Elaine on the Buying Space channel. I'm continuing my series on Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Last time I read from the end of chapter 8 in Mark, and we are starting in chapter 9. Now, in chapter 8, Jesus had asked his disciples, "Who am I? Who do the people think I am?" So we're starting in chapter 9, verse 1. Then he drove it home by saying, "This isn't pie in the sky by and by. Some of you are standing here are going to see it happen and see the kingdom of God arrive in full force." 6 days later, 3 of them did see it. Jesus took Peter, James, and John and led them up a high mountain. His appearance changed from the inside out, right before their eyes. His clothes shimmered, glistened white, whiter than any bleach could make them. Elijah, along with Moses, came into view in deep conversation with Jesus. Peter interrupted, "Rabbi, this is a great moment. Let's build 3 memorials, one for you, one for Moses, one for Elijah." He blurted this out without thinking, stunned as they were by what they were seeing. Just then a light radiant cloud enveloped them, and from deep in the cloud a voice, "This is my Son, marked by my love. Listen to him." The next minute the disciples were looking around, rubbing their eyes, seeing nothing but Jesus, only Jesus. Coming down from the mountain, Jesus swore them to secrecy. "Don't tell a soul what you saw. After the Son of Man rises from the dead, you are free to talk." They puzzled over that, wondering what on earth rising from the dead meant. Meanwhile, they were asking, "Why do the religion scholars say that Elijah has to come first?" Jesus replied, "Elijah does come first and gets everything ready for the coming of the Son of Man. They treated this Elijah like dirt, much like they will treat the Son of Man, who will, according to the Scriptures, suffer terribly and be kicked around contemptibly." So Jesus knew what was coming. I did hear someone say the other day, I remember it was a live or video, and if I did remember, I wouldn't say, because what they were saying is a very young child, at the age of 3 or 4, had a dream. Now, this child had no religious training. They were a toddler, and in their dream, they saw Jesus, Elijah, and Moses together. And that's actually in the Bible. And since I had heard that story, I had not read that in the Bible. This is the first time I'm reading it, where those 3 were standing together. But this young child, and I wouldn't say who the parent or relative is or who the child is, even if I knew, because that's not my story to tell. But it struck me then as like, wow, this child is dreaming about Jesus with no religious instruction. And here, again, I'm thinking about that child, because they had this dream, and that dream actually happened where Jesus was with Elijah and Moses. The parent, or the person reporting this, did not even understand that story, that event, I should say, is in the Bible. Is actually in the Bible, and their child was dreaming about that day with the apostles on the mountain. God works in mysterious ways, folks. You need to listen to children and what they say, and the elderly, and maybe that strange guy on the street that's homeless, because God can speak through anybody. Have a wonderful and blessed day, everyone.